I didn't actually plan on doing another video this soon, but I figured that, with as much garbage and as much information that yours truly posts, I figured that I'd actually kind of comment on some of the things that she's actually been talking about on social media recently. It's kind of funny that you can tell a person that's unstable because they will always have something to say about every single thing in society, but yet still they cannot find anything that's right. You know, I live by the saying that, sometimes you just have to let the world be what it is. The Lord, knows that none of us is called to save the world and none of us have that ability to save the world. But to constantly go out in society and actually constantly just pick things that's wrong with society, it's just ridiculous. One thing about it, and again, and I believe in the saying that, whatever you look for, you're going to find, both good and bad. But when you're actually kind of always trying to look for the evils of society, it kind of lets me know the type of person that you are. It's like you are really unstable inside and you really don't have any peace within. The preface that I actually wanted to talk about or actually wanted to, come from or attack, or talk about or expound on, if you will, in this video is the fact, there were two posts that Carmen actually did recently. I was going through social media and basically, going through my news feed or whatever. And basically I saw that she had posted something on there that kind of caught my eye, and for the most part, I actually wanted to kind of expound on it, to kind of give my take on her view on these two various situations. Now, again, this is not me actually, again, giving my commentary on the post that is there as it is, but it's just the way that how she reacts to certain things. That's pretty much how, or the flavor, if you will, on how I wanted to actually come or deliver the video. I want to actually start with one of the posts actually that I saw that she actually made when I was scrolling through my set having to do with the LGBT, I'll call them the alphabet community, because, again, that's pretty much what they're known as. To me, again, there's a very confusing existence. I'll leave it at that. And that's all that I'll say about that. But my thing is that, she actually made this post. And for the most part, classic Carmen Kaboom, she's going to pretty much let everyone know or let it be known how she feel about this situation as far as, this young man, because it's obvious that this is a young man, how he's actually, posing and voguing and doing all this other type of stuff. And basically, I thought that this was kind of funny, for her to even say this, because basically we already know how she feels about gay folks. You know what I mean? So basically, I just felt that, she really did. There was not really a need to post this, but I'm going to go through and just read it bit by bit and kind of explain, the situation from how I see it. So she starts off this by saying, I'm so sick of this big, nasty, dusty, disgusting, slouchy, sloppy, unattractive, emasculated reprobate. It is horrible enough as it is, and then to keep pushing and promoting this sick, satanic mess to children is taking it way too far. This culture has bullied and hijacked society to the point whereas most of society now won't even push back against this, won't cancel the culture, and as they say, companies and advertising agencies that sponsor it, and won't even open their mouths on social media and platforms to denounce it, just allowing it to spread like cancer and dominate society. So if you won't respect Christ in times such as this, so basically, for the most part, I agree with, to a certain extent, with what she's saying here. And I will say it, and I will preface by saying this type of situation or type of culture or this type of lifestyle, if you will, is nothing new. And one thing about it, again, is that I believe so heartily that there is an agenda that's being pushed on here. But the issue is that, our jobs is just to continue to accept. Well, let me take that back. Let me take that back. We are not to accept it, but the issue is that we are to pray. Because one thing about it, again, is that I believe that through prayer changes things and it changes situations. Now, one thing I will say is that people are so quick to say, to stop judging and stop judging. And my thing is that I believe that there is a time, according to the word of God, where we are to give the word of God and let the word of God judge. by me putting my own personal biases in the situation on how I feel about it, that's where we go wrong. So, basically, she's saying that this LGBTQ community is allowed to pretty much do, for the most part, everything that they want. For the most part, I would have to say, yeah, to an extent, that is true. I don't have any bones about agreeing with her on that. But the thing about it, again, is that you got to understand is that we're living in the last days. And when we're living in the last days, all of these type of things, the evils of society, the unholiness of people, the worst in society, all of these type of things have to come to pass before, Christ comes back for the second time. All of these events that we're seeing here, these, lifestyles and everything, all of this has been prophesied a long time ago. So, for us to see this unfolding now, yeah, it may kind of make us angry or whatever. But the issue is that you can't do anything about that. And see, my thing is that with Carmen Kaboom, she is her own worst enemy. And the reason why I say this is because she actually chooses her battles. My thing is that I want to live a long life. I'm not going to try to sit up there and argue and try to fight against something that is as old as dirt, if you will, that is not going anywhere. And the thing about it, again, is the Bible speaks about it and still talks about it in the last days. That lets me know that by me posting about it and showing my disgust, that's not going to change anything. The only thing that we're required to do is to live and give them the word of God. Anything else that's extra is all about you and how you personally feel. Everybody has an opinion about this. I have one, and the thing about it, but I had to quickly say, okay, you know what? Nobody is perfect. God says that we are all sinners by nature. You just got, some of them that choose not to live in sin and give their lives to Christ. But the issue is you still got some of them that will denounce Christianity, will denounce Christ, and will do all this type of stuff, and they're going to do what they want to do. I cannot get mad at someone who chooses to live the way that they want to live. The only thing that God requires me to do is to continue to love them and give them the word of God. Me calling them all of these other names and this, that, and the other, that's not going to help the situation because they already know for the most part who they are. And they're actually happy to be who they are. So by you actually picking out a post to tell someone how disgusted you are with this type of lifestyle and everything, it's not going to change anything because they're going to continue living that lifestyle. The only thing that they're going to do, they're going to continue to laugh at you while you're getting your pressure up, and your panties in a bunch, if you will, over something that you can't change. One thing that I learned and understand in this life is that you have to know when you can actually get in to make a difference in something. You know what I mean? That's why there's like that saying, Lord, give me the strength to change the things that I can change and give me the knowledge and the wisdom to know the things that I can't change. It's something like that. I know that I've kind of worded it all wrong, but you all pretty much know what I'm talking about. It's all about knowing, for the most part, when to kind of hold them and when to fold them, if you will. You need to know when to be quiet and let things lie. And then you need to know, okay, if you can go in and jump in to make a change, to change a situation, you need to know when to do that. And you need to know when and how it can be done. You have to be wise in how you're dealing with situations and with people. Carmen Kaboom is not a very wise person at all. Because basically what she does is she pretty much lays all of her cards out on the table. For the most part. Again, you got to understand something. We have to live in the same society as gay folks. We have to go to the same grocery stores that they visit. We have to do and live in the same and eat at the same restaurants and drive on the same streets that they drive. So the issue is that I can continue to either upset myself and continue to boast how disgusting they are, and they already pretty much know what they're doing, or I can just say, you know what? I know I can't change the fact that they want to live this lifestyle. So the issue is I'll keep my opinions to myself. And if I do have to have any interactions with them, I'll give them the word of God. And that's all. And that's as far as I can take it. But the thing about it again is that, we have to understand how to deal with people. And see, that is a skill that she really has yet to master. I mean, to be honest with you, that is a skill that we are all required to pretty much have some sort of grasp on in the context of living. If you can't get along with anybody, if everybody who you go around, whether they're gay or straight, if you always have an issue with them, that lets me know you got a troubling part of that's all that you have to deal with. And you cannot blame that or put that on anybody. You have to take ownership of that and deal with that on your own. You posted about how you don't like something or this, that, and the other. Whoop-de-doo, big deal. Okay, what are they going to do? Are they supposed to cry or supposed to beg you simply because you don't like the lifestyle that they're living? Now, I will say this. In no way am I actually promoting that lifestyle because it goes against my beliefs. But the issue is that sometimes you just got to learn how to just let things lie and just begin to just live your life and be concentrated on what you got going on. Because the thing about it, again, is that when you're so concentrated on what somebody else is or isn't doing, that's not helping you. That's not benefiting you. The only thing it's doing is taking your eyes off the prize on what you can be doing to make yourself a better person. It really, amazes me that you got somebody that all they do all day is sit there and find problems in society, find problems in people. And then we'll go on social media and post about it. But then yet still, when they get the clap back, they want to play victim. This is what she does, folks. And the thing about it, she's done it so much and so much and so much too. I don't expect for her to do anything but do what she continues to do. And that's to cry victim. It's one thing about a person that is constantly picking on somebody, but yet still when that person that's being picked on finally stands up for themselves, they want to sit up and cry foul. And the next thing you know, if you really clap back with a lot of fierce and intensity, then she wants to go to the court system and then call herself, wanting to get the legal team involved. Like I say, she already tried that with me a couple of times. And the thing about it is, again, I'm immune to it. Like I say, the issue is that, it didn't work then. But the issue is that, she claims she has all these resources. How come all of these court cases or whatever that she's filed, how come none of that has come to fruition with a lot of the other things that she's been doing? It's because she does not have any solid foundational grounds to actually file any type of legal paperwork because she's too busy going out there and being an internet bully to other people. One thing about it is that if you're going to sit out there and try to cause chaos or whatever, you better make sure that you tied up your loose ends on your backside. Because if you didn't, somebody else is going to gladly come and ride that backside till they can't be ridden anymore. And see, one thing about it, again, it's all about staying in your lane and minding the business that pays you. When you are miserable, you have a boring life, you don't have anything interesting going on, you're constantly trying to find something interesting or whatever, you're going to try to pick and make issues out of things that really isn't an issue. Now, these people here that are going out there voguing, and I'm talking about gay folks or whatever, they're living their life. It might be an incorrupt and an evil and a nasty lifestyle. And like I said, that's just me speaking. But they're not concerned about how I feel about it. Neither are they concerned about how she feels or how anybody else feels. Because, again, they are, quote unquote, proud to be who they are, according to what they're saying. Even though, I don't think so. But that's an issue of another, that's another video or whatever. But the main thing is that you got to understand something. Even though you just put out your disgust, okay, what is that supposed to mean? Are they supposed to stop living that lifestyle just because you don't like it? There's a lot of things that I may not like that she does. But again, she's still going to do what she wants to do. And it doesn't matter how angry I may get or how much of a temper tantrum I may throw. She's still going to do what she wants to do. It's the same thing with this lifestyle with this here. These people are not going to stop doing what they want to do, especially with them being Pride Month. I mean, I cannot tell you how many things I've seen going on in my city, activities and everything like that. But the issue is that I've learned, and you got to be wise, again, because the older you get, you're supposed to get wiser in how you deal with people. I don't have the time to sit up there and try to tell somebody how to live their life. And especially the thing about it is that folks already know what the Bible is all about. They know who Jesus Christ is. They claim to know all these elements about the Bible. So the issue is I don't need to sit up there and give myself almost an aneurysm trying to preach the word of God to somebody when they already know what they're doing is pretty much an abomination according to the Bible. And then so on top of that, if they already know, then the issue is that if they've already chosen, despite being given the truth, if they've already chosen to do what they want to do and live that disgusting lifestyle, hey, you know what? All I can do is keep it moving and enjoy my life. Because one thing about it is that I don't have to give an account for what they do in their body. They have to do that. And by me giving my opinion about it, that's certainly not going to help me at all, because all that's going to do is make me angry and angrier, because they're certainly not going to change their lifestyle just because I don't like it. So basically, your opinion, yeah, okay, you gave it, thank you, but it's really not even necessary. It's really not even needed, because basically when she put these posts up here, she didn't really get that many likes, because people are starting to really see the type of person that she is. She complains too much. She complains about every single thing. Every single thing. So that lets you know right there that this woman is not happy. She wouldn't be happy with anybody, gay or straight. She is just a miserable person. And the thing about it is that misery loves company. It really does. Misery loves company, folks. So the issue is that with her posting this, and I thought it was just kind of funny that she would post this, okay, you gave your 2 cents or whatever. Okay, so now the world is going to keep moving, and it's going to keep doing just what it's been doing, despite how much you like it or not. It's very funny, that she figures that her post is supposed to somehow attract a whole bunch of people, and it's supposed to get them to feel a whole certain way about a situation. Boy, this is a foolish person. Very foolish. But, aside from that, she, has also an issue with dealing with people one-on-one. And the thing about it, again, is that I believe that in order for you to have friends, you have to be a friend. And what I mean by that is that, you have to really present yourself to people, where they can, see you as not being a threat. Meaning that, okay, we may have a falling out, but I don't have to worry about you actually calling me this, that, and the other just because we may have a disagreement. Because, again, even between friends, you're going to disagree. You're not going to agree on everything. But with a true friend, you don't have to worry about them always, trashing your name if you two have a falling out. And see, the thing about it, again, is that I try to be careful about that word friend, because basically it has a very finicky meaning in this day and time. And what I mean by that is that, in this day and age, for you to be a friend means that we have to do things, or I have to allow you to take things from me, or I have to allow you to take advantage of me. And if I don't stand up for myself, we can be friends. But the minute that, I stand up for myself and tell you what I'm not going to take, and then what I'm not going to put up with, that automatically makes me your enemy. So basically, if that's the case, I guess I'm just comfortable with not having many friends, because the thing about it, again, is that friends, the definition is very flaky and very flimsy. But again, she made another post, to someone, I guess, recently, because I know she was saying that, she wasn't, I guess, feeling very well or something like that. And I guess she was actually on the phone with somebody, I guess, talking with them, and basically they did not give her the attention that she felt that she was, here we go, entitled to. See, one thing about it is that with her, you got to understand her personality. She is a very entitled person, a very narcissistic person. And basically, when you're dealing with a narcissistic person, they don't really care about anything about what you got going on. They want you to drop everything that you have going on just to tend to their person, to tend to what's important to them. But I guess it so happened that this particular person really did not have the quote unquote time or attention to give to Carmen. So she figured that they were not a friend and that they were changing on her. It is so funny because basically, you really can't be a friend to her. And the reason why I say that is because the minute that you two get into a disagreement, she's going to throw you under the bus. So the issue is that, and I've said that many times about her, you can't really talk to people like this and give your most intimate secrets to them, because basically with her, if she gets angry at you, or she does not get something from you that she feels that she wants or desires or that you could give to her, she's going to throw you under the bus and air out all of your personal business and this, that, and the other. That's the reason why I try to keep people at bay. That's not to say that I don't need friends or have friends or whatever. I have a whole lot of them, but I don't associate with them a lot. I'm the type of person that I would say I'm more of an introvert, depending upon the situation. I stay to myself. I keep my opinions to myself, depending upon the situation. Now, there are times when I will go out and speak and talk with people, but the issue is I don't sit there and try to make it my business to try to befriend someone simply because, I want to benefit from them, meaning that I want to use them. And then when it comes time, for them, for me to be, wanting something, that's when I will actually refer to them as a friend. But when they come to me, I don't want to have time for them. It's like to be a friend, it's like a give and take situation. You got to make sure that you are actually proven to be a friend in and out of season, regardless of the falling out, regardless of what you're going through. And see, with this post, she really shows that she wants this person to be all about her as opposed to a situation. See, one thing that we got to understand is that we live very busy lives. I have friends, you have friends or whatever. But the issue is that you cannot get angry when somebody does not have the time to sit and talk with you. People have lives. People got family. People got husbands. People got this, that, other things going on. This lets you know that this woman does not have anything going on in life. She is lonely. She loves attention. I've already said that in past videos. And the thing about it is that she wants everything to be about her. But yet still, if it was the shoe was on the other line and then she wanted somebody if she wanted, if somebody was trying to reach out to her, 9 times out of 10, she's not going to want to listen to them unless it's some sort of benefit to her where she can kind of get something out of it, possibly money. And we'll get into that in just a moment. But the fact is that she figured that, okay, I give you this, you should be able to give the same thing back to me. One thing that I've understood and that you have to understand about people is that you have to know just how much to give somebody, because you cannot sit up there and expect for somebody to give back to you what you give to them. I had to learn this lesson a lot, at an early age in life, in my younger days. I had to understand that, you living with different types of people in this world that have different personalities, and that's not always a bad thing because you're constantly learning. You're learning how you deal with certain situations, how you're dealing with certain people, how you're responding to different things. And the thing about it, again, is that it's also a way for you to grow, so you can learn people. But see, the thing about it, despite all of that, it's a sad person that goes through life experiencing different types of personalities, but yet still they don't come away learning anything because they still feel that it should be all about me. And this is the type of person that she is. She's just that person. It doesn't matter what you're going through. You can be sick yourself. You can be having some sort of family issues on your end. But if she actually reaches out to you, you need to put all of that stuff to the side to see about what she wants. I have no idea what world this woman thinks she's living in. But the issue is that whoever this friend is that she's referring to, I have to give them a pat on the back. Because, again, they're taking care of themselves and not trying to be all foolish listening to her shenanigans. But I want to read this for you guys, okay? It says your friend don't care nothing about you if you're on the phone telling them how sick you feel, and they soon change the subject and the end of the call. Saying that they need to go to do their grocery shopping. Now, see, one thing about it, again, is that you can sit up there and have your speculations about, what a person is and what they're doing. I cannot sit up there. If that's the same thing, if I'm talking to someone and they're telling me, okay, you know what, I need to get some things done, can I call you back later or whatever. It's even though I may feel that they're trying to rush to get me off the phone, I have no choice but to accept it. How I feel about it, that's fine. But the issue is that I have to accept what they say. But see, the issue where this woman goes wrong is that she airs everything, every situation she has, every interaction that she has with somebody. She has to make sure that she posts this on social media so she can, number one, so it can benefit her, so she can get some sort of pity or some sort of sympathy from her clueless subscribers. She feels that everything that she posts, that her subscribers are supposed to agree with. And that if you don't agree with her, then you are automatically her enemy. Wow. Crazy. It says, yeah, that's right. There is just only one more confirmation for me that this friend ain't my friend. But I already knew this, though. See, one thing about it is that anytime Carmen is actually in an interaction with somebody and things don't go her way, she's quick to say, oh, I knew this was going to happen. I just wanted to see it. I just wanted to, to see just to make sure, or whatever the case may be. That lets you know that you are dealing with someone who is just a plumb liar. This woman tells on herself at every post she put. I mean, And I have to say it, I have a family member that's like that too. And the thing about it is that whenever something happens, they'll be quick to say, "Oh, I knew that was going to happen." Well, if you knew it was going to happen, then why didn't you do everything you could to prevent it? If you knew about it so much, since nobody knows everything and you know everything, and you knew this was going to happen, you should have did what you needed to do to prevent that situation from happening. Because you did say, right, that you knew all about it. So what's the point? So apparently you are just a fool because you knew about it, but yet still you allowed it to happen. Crazy. Okay. It says here, but I already knew this though. This is the type of, you know what, that causes me to cut MFs off like a past due utility bill and ghost them without any exception at all. Niggas don't appreciate good people. Well, okay. Good people. One thing about it is that I would be very careful about using that word good people, because one thing about it, good people is one thing she is not. I'm not trying to tear her down, but one thing about it is that everybody has good points and good qualities and qualities that we need to improve upon. You know, and the thing about it again is when you classify yourself as an overall good person, what is it that makes you good? Because everything that I see about you on social media is all about serving you. Not even being concerned about the health or the welfare of other people. It's all about trying to scandalize somebody's name. It's all about trying to talk about somebody, even though, you may, it's like that's all you do. And then when you actually are trying to be nice, or you call yourself being nice to somebody, you always have to turn it around and add some sort of attitude with it, as if the other person that you were good to should be all happy that you took the time out to be good to them. So even in all your good, you are still a bad person, because again, it's all about your personality that makes you a rotten human being. Good people. That is one thing that I would not ever say or ever use in the same sentence. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. She say they love trash and disregard good people. Okay, there we go. That word again. And I just keep giving these garbage MFs the benefit of the doubt and and unlimited passes. But that's going to change as part of my self-care. That must change. One thing about it again is when you're always talking about self-improvement. Okay, self-improvement, number one, that doesn't require you to always advertise. That's something that you do off of YouTube, off of social media. That's something that you do and you handle where nobody else has to know anything about. If you're trying to quote unquote self-care, that means that, okay, we should be able to see it without you always having to talk about it. So that lets me know right there, everything that you're talking about, you're not about. Don't talk about it, be about it, as they say. All of this, and she always quickly calls somebody a garbage MF. And the thing about it again is that, okay, you mean to tell me that good people constantly call other people garbage? See, one thing about it is that the same way that you classify other people, people can think about you the exact same way. That's why you have to be careful about the words that you choose that comes out of your mouth, Carmen, because the issue is that the same words that you're using to tear someone else down, you fit those same qualities. So the issue is that you calling somebody else, garbage just because they actually may have a legitimate thing that they need to do. Like in this case, the lady needs, or whoever it is, they need to go grocery shopping. They can't get nothing done sitting up there talking to you 24/7. And you're getting mad at them simply because they don't want to take the time to sit down and talk to you? I mean, really? Again, you sound like you are entitled. And that it is a very selfish quality to have. Okay, and then she says, this really hurts bad when a person shows you how they are genuinely do feel about you, and they totally do not regard you in the same way that you regard them. But I appreciate the transparency that these modern day niggas provide. I just want them to keep that same energy when I decide to keep that same energy. Well, one thing about it again is that you only have a few people that really quote unquote like her. It's a sad part is that you have all of these subscribers. I mean, all of them. I mean, but yet still, out of all of them, the main reason that they're even there in the first place is to see how foolish this woman is. To see what lengths she will go to get notoriety here on YouTube. And the thing about it again is that she claims that she is self-sufficient, that she can actually, go out and actually she don't need the attention and all this other type of stuff. But the issue is that this woman is a very lonely woman, and she really is actually drawn to attention. Because again, she's constantly posting things on YouTube. She constantly are posting videos. See, one thing about it again is that if she was so self-sufficient as much as she say it is, and as much as she wants to portray that she is, she would do most of her stuff on her fans, her members only channel. And see, one thing about it again is that, she kept promoting a while back that, that she was not going to be posting much content on her regular channel, that she was going to be moving her platform over to her members only. And, and that, of course, if you wanted to go there, you had to pay some sort of fee and this, that, and the other, which is so stupid, because the issue is that for those who actually have money that have already paid on that channel to see her private videos, you're being duped, because she's always posting on her public channel. She's not really probably talking about much on her members only channel, which is the reason why she's having to constantly come on her regular channel and then keep posting and keep promoting for folks to donate. Because apparently she's not getting the money that she feels that she's deserved, or that is in need of, or that she feels that she's entitled to on her members only. That's the reason why she's always coming back on her public channel, always asking for donations. As they say, hit the like button, hit the donate button, and all this other, how she said, hit the Cash App, all this other type of stuff. And I know she recently talked about having, I guess, her birthday or whatever coming up, and and basically she is advertising that you all need to fund her trip. For somebody who is claimed that she's got it together and that she's claiming that she's this, that, and the other, this woman here, she is really living, for those who are stupid, I'll put it that way, she is she is just running y'all like a fool, playing you like a fiddle. There's no way I would fund anything for this woman. The much trash as she talks, she needs to be able to fund her own lifestyle. I already told you in my last video that the woman is broke, busted, and disgusting. And she proves me right every time she does a video. She's always having to, for the most part, promote and advertise and try to beg for donations. And that is not going to ever stop, because, again, she's the type of person, she lives in a low-class community. Again, nothing against Memphis, but that is what it is. And basically, she has problems with everybody, and she's trying to, I guess, hold on to what little job she has and trying to use the donations to supplement her lifestyle. So the issue is that one moment she'll be okay, the next moment she'll have an attitude, because, again, enough people won't donate to her, and she feels that she has to, again, shame them into giving her money and stuff like this. And I'm sitting up there like, okay, what fool is going to fall for this? And of course, you're going to have some. But you know what? With some people, you just have to let them continue to be fools. I don't know. But I go on to further read this, that she says here, I just want them to keep the same energy when I decided to keep that same energy. Then she says, these niggers loved accusing, or as she said, accusing the white people of being the devil. Nah, niggas, it's you, evil, as she says, self-centered, heartless. Oh my God, these adjectives that she is using, it describes her. You're using all of these adjectives, but yet still it describes you to a T. That's what I call a self-fulfilling prophecy. I don't know what's going on with this woman, but like I say, whoever this friend is, basically, she has really hurt her feelings. And it's so funny that, when you can't get people or control them to do what you want them to do, they're automatically all of these names, this, that, and the other. But yet still, when you give in to her and give this woman your hard-earned money, oh, y'all, I got the best subscribers, I got the best this, I got the best that, y'all love me, and all this other crazy stuff. And she's been doing a lot of that lately, I guess. But yet still, when the faucets kind of dries up a little bit and nobody's really holding on or giving her anything, people are keeping the money in their pockets, then she feels that y'all don't love me, y'all are just faking love, and this, that, and the other. She done said this recently. So the issue is that it's like a cycle with her. She repeats the same process over and over again. She's so predictable. She actually did a recent video again of, I guess she was talking about somebody by the name of Myra. I'm like, one thing about it is that when there's something that I can say about Carmen Kaboom. When she mentions you by name in her video, that means that you must have really done something to her that really pissed her off. That's what I have. That's all I got to say. Because whoever this Myra person is, and I can only speculate what happened based on, for the most part, the rant in this video. But Myra, I guess, didn't give her no money, y'all. Myra just decided to keep her money in her pocket like a sane human being. And Carmen Kaboom wasn't having that. She even went so far as to post this woman's picture and everything else that she got, I guess, on social media to kind of let everybody see who this person was that she was talking about, which I totally disagree with that. And that's just childish. If you have an alt against somebody, you need to handle that stuff off of social media. The issue is that Myra, I guess, promised to give this woman some money and didn't deliver. Okay. And basically, because of that fact, I guess she blocked her, and did not interact with her or whatever on social media or whatever the case. But see, this is the stupid part about it. Myra, whoever this Myra is, actually wants to get back in good graces with Carmen Kaboom. See, one thing about it again is that you got some people that just really that have a mind of a child. And see, one thing about it is that when you really can execute and control somebody's mind, you really got them. And see, the thing about this is that this Myra character is actually trying to do everything they can to be able to interact with Carmen Kaboom once again, or where her and Carmen Kaboom can kind of have some sort of friendly exchange. So basically, from what Carmen was saying in this video here, is that she's going to consider letting Myra redeem herself. I'm like, what in the world is what type of person do she think she is to sit there to try to call herself giving somebody a second chance, as if somebody has really done her wrong when all they were doing is looking out for their own household? See, this is what gets me with this clown sits up there and tries to rule somebody's wallet, somebody's pocketbook. And the thing about it is, when no one gives her what she feels she deserves, she gets all pissy and wants to get all in her feelings about it and wants to sit up there and call them all these names, but yet still want to call herself a woman of God. But nonetheless, she's saying here, okay, she's thinking about giving her a second chance, but the only way that she will give Myra a second chance is if, she has a fee involved with that. Oh my God. So she wants to actually consider charging Myra a $100 fee, y'all, to have, for her to consider Myra a friend once again. See, one thing about it, the woman is broke. I done told y'all this once before, that everything that Carmen Kaboom does is going to revolve around money, because again, she is living in an area there, I guess, that is, that I guess that's a little bit more, that requires her to spend a little bit more money than what she has in her pockets. Again, and again, I did an analysis of Memphis, Tennessee. It's not a high cost area. Now, certain parts, of course, just like any other city, in the suburbs or whatever, is a little bit more pricey. It's a lot better area, and this, that, and the other. But the issue is that she's trying to be a part of that higher class, but yet still the job that she's working at does not pay that much. It won't allow her to meet all of that and some. It'll allow her to probably meet the basics, which is to probably pay her rent, and that's about it. Everything else has to come from the kindness of strangers. So that's why everything that you see her talking about these days and this, that, and the other, it involves around money. That's why you constantly see her constantly promoting herself, hit the Cash App and all this other type of stuff. And I sit there and I laugh every time she says that, because again, you're going to have somebody who is simple-minded that is going to do that because they want to be in quote unquote good graces with her so they can continue to exchange and talk to her and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, my God, it's just amazing to see just how foolish people are. Inflation is going up. We are all having a hard time with trying to keep a roof on our heads. So I will be damned, and God forgive me because that's not how I usually talk, but I would be damned if I'm going to give my hard-earned money to someone who I will never meet, for one, who I already know that is self-serving, who I already know that does not care about my well-being, only about theirs. So the issue is that you all really need to grow up and see this woman for what she truly is. She truly is. She is a user. That's all she wants to do, and she wants to bully your pocketbooks. But like I say, just like the post that she said about the gay folks, you know, I'm saying the same thing here, and I can speak my part on it, and I'm not expecting for it to change, but I'm just giving my take on the situation, because I felt that this was a very funny video. I really did, because basically you're trying to sit up there and try to tell somebody that in order for you to talk to them again, they got to pay you basically $100. That's basically what you're saying. And what is the most disheartening part is that Myra may do that. So basically, you know, that lets me know that Carmen Kaboom has the upper hand, at least in that situation. And it's the sad part about it, because again, you know, whenever you find somebody simple-minded that you can bully like that and take advantage of, it's a shame. And one day she is going to pay for that. And the thing about it again is that we all will see how that's going to come back on her through the videos that she posts. That's why I say with everything that, you know, we talked about in this video, you have to, again, let the world be what it is, the world. You have to let people be who they are. You cannot change. You are not Superwoman. You want to be Superwoman, but you're not Superwoman. You can't change anybody. You have to live in the same society and hear the same news that we have to hear. And by you offering your opinion where it's not even asked for, it's not going to change anything at all. Okay, that's all that I have for you at this point in time. I'll post more videos soon. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.